He says, "Hi, Guy. I find myself really resisting this lower nature when trying to silently self-observe these fast and furious thoughts passing through my system. Do you have any tips or tricks to keep myself from pulling into the lower nature when trying to act as the witness in self-observation instead of letting this nature get the better of me?"
If I invited you over for a glass of wine, and then we sat down and I just told you about the best wine I ever tasted in my life, now how would that satisfy you? You go, what's wrong with this guy? He invited me over for a glass of wine, not to tell me how it tastes. I want to taste it myself. You need a change in taste. Your taste is for this world. And this world isn't the world that you have the taste for. The world that you have a taste for is the one that you believe you should be or shouldn't be, so that in this instance, as he's speaking, it's clear. How many of you know what he's talking about? I keep resisting this thing that wants to pull on me. Yes or no? So now, just for grins, because it'll be interesting, if I put your hands together, we don't have to applaud, push hard. Now, we know, don't we, that an equal and opposite force, here I am, I'm pushing, and an equal and opposite force is pushing back, isn't it? And no matter what I do, I can't change that. Something equal and opposite to the force I'm applying applies. Now put your hands together like this. Now try to pull them apart. Pull them apart. According to the force I'm pulling, I'm being pulled against. That is what unconscious resistance is. I resist my own negative states. And according to my resistance of my negative states resist me. That consciousness resists itself. It is you're not resisting your negative states. That's the illusion. The negative states are the effect of a misunderstanding of who you are and your life. That's what all resistance is at that level. You have to see that. You have to taste that. And the only way you're going to get to that taste is when you've sat at a table, prepared feast for yourself for a gazillion years, listen to every other schmo and blow tell you how to do that. And then one day you're going to realize, you know what? I keep feeding myself the same thing. I keep not wanting to be what I am. I keep wanting to change my circumstances. I keep trying to avoid this and get there. That's all I do. And then you'll look and you say, but that's all I know how to prepare. What am I to do? You let something else prepare a feast for you. And I tell you, it will appear in that very moment. You'll see it for yourself. And then you're going to have to go through a certain kind of crucifixion, because that's what it is. If I don't take the part of being the affected one who's going to repent or push back, and I don't take the part of the one who's at cause, who's trying to change everything that's wrong, who in the name of God am I? I wrote this down. I was going to give a whole talk on it, but I'll just do it now. You know what the greatest fear you have of is? Repeat after me. Disappearing. That's your greatest fear. What is the fear of death? Disappearance. Disappear before you die and you will appear in a new world.